Hi guys, welcome back to Astrology. Today we are doing the June monthly reading and I am going to get started with the important dates, key dates that are going to come into play. These dates are crucial for us to understand the shift of the planets from one house to the other. So let's deep dive and look into it. As you can see on the screen here, you have Sun in the sign of Taurus until the first half of this month. And from June 15th, he will be moving into the sign of Gemini. Then Mercury is making multiple house shifts during the course of this month. He's starting with Taurus, then from June 6th onwards, he's moving into the sign of Gemini in his own house and its own sign, and then he will be moving into the sign of Cancer from June 22nd. You have Venus, which is going to be staying in the sign of Aries for almost the entire duration of the month, barring the last 2 days when he is going to come into his own sign of Taurus from June 29th. Mars has been in debilitation in the sign of Cancer. You can see the smile on my face, and it is coming out into the sign of Leo, where he will get conjunct with Ketu, and we'll talk about that in a bit from June 6th onwards. Then you have Jupiter, which is, and this is wrongly represented, but Jupiter is already into the sign of Gemini and it's coming into Akshatra from June 13th. Now Saturn is in Pisces in Uttara Nakshatra. Rahu is in Purv Bhadra, which is that of Jupiter as well. Just to call out, Saturn is in its own nakshatra placement, so that is again interesting. And last but not the least, is in Uttara Nakshatra that ruled by Sun in a sign of Leo. So guys, let's deep dive now into the reading and understand what would be the impact of these planets through the course of the month. So Aries, now your loving Lord has finally come out of debilitation, or will be coming out of debilitation in the second week of June. And it will be moving into the 5th house where he will become conjunct with Ketu in the sign of Leo. Now, we've done a detailed video on the Rahu Ketu transit, and thanks a lot for showering so much love and feedback through your comments and sharing that video around. But it is important for you guys to understand that how will these planetary combinations, conjunctions are going to be coming into play through the course of these months. With the conjunction of Rahu and Ketu, it is like a high and multiplied energy of Mars. I'm so sorry, I just said Rahu and Ketu. I meant to say Mars and Ketu. With a heightened energy of Mars in the form of Ketu in the Leo sign is going to bring a lot of energy. It's going to bring a lot of fire in your 5th house, guys. Aries, you can anticipate yourself being highly charged, energetic in terms of putting efforts related to your education. If you're a student watching this video, I will see some dramatic impact there. Now, there is a risk that if you are not able to focus, if you are not able to find the right attention towards your education, that might suffer. It might give you an impact. However, if you are running through a right Dasha period and Ketu is well placed in your natal chart as well, you will see that it is going to provide a magnifying energy for you to bring that impetus. Because Ketu would like you to study like you to succeed from an education perspective. 5th house also denotes romance, and this is where I would want you to be watchful, Aries. Because Mars is going to be placed in this sign for a significant amount of time. It is going to be here for the next 2 months almost. And thereby, you could have situations, fiery situations that can impact your connection with your partner in terms of your togetherness. And in fact, that implication will come into play for parents watching this video as well, Aries. You could be heightened in terms of your energy. You could be way too aggressive, way too commanding, disciplining your children. And you might have to take a step back. If you're watching this video, I think the intent you already have is that how you can leverage Dev astrology to be more proactive in your approach, So please be watchful of that mindset and see that you are not reprimanding them unnecessarily, because that is one risk. Either some sort of strict behavior coming in play, or not able to spare enough time and being so engrossed in your activities that whenever they are trying to come back to you, you might show some sort of a frustration on top of them. So that bit of an energy is coming into play. Aries, I would also want you to be watchful and not be rushing through. Mars likes to rush through, and you have that energy inside you. It's your loving lord after all. That you are not rushing through any kind of decision making when it comes to your investments, strategies, and so forth. Now, Mars is going to be giving an aspect to your 11th house. It's a good one because now Rahu is also placed in that 11th house itself. I definitely see some good gains coming your way. I had already called that out. Now, Jupiter is also giving that aspect from the sign of Gemini into your 11th house. So, wish fulfillment, you working towards your aims and objectives, achieving your goals, fighting for them with full spirit, all of that is going to be there. But there could be some sort of an elusive energy, something that could be eluding you in terms of accomplishing that in the month of June. Remember, at the end of the day, you have Ketu sitting in with Mars. So there is going to be some sort of a separation. There is going to be some sort of a distraction that could also come into play, and that might not levitate in the way you would want it to happen. Now, as we move ahead, you also see that there is going to be a fourth aspect coming into the 8th house and an 8th aspect coming into your 12th house. Both your moksha houses, Aries, are going to be impacted by Mars, your loving lord himself. So somewhere or the other, this interest in something speculative, yet letting it go away or not being way too much bothered by it. Unexpected, unknown troubles, energies bothering you, because both 8th and 12th are being addressed. But fear not, guys, because you will have the ability to overcome those problems as well. I'm pretty excited, Aries, because this shift of Mars is going to give you a lot of confidence. It is going to give you a lot of creativity as well to bounce back, to come up with a very differentiated thought process in whatever you are achieving. Now, as I move ahead, I'm looking into the placement of Jupiter, which is into the sign of Gemini. Sun is in Taurus. Sun is the lord of your 5th house itself, where now your Lagna lord is being placed. And Sun coming in Taurus is not one of the greatest things to happen, that too in your 2nd house, but as it shifts into the 3rd, this is going to give you a lot more drive. At least for the first few days, Sun and Mercury will be together conjunct in your 2nd house itself. Please be watchful in terms of your style of communication, in terms of articulation with your family members. Yes, you will be hyper-focused towards maintaining your gains. This is also going to be the period, guys, when actually Mars is going to be in debilitation. So please be watchful with respect to communication. Please be watchful as to how you express your thought process to the people around you. But as the month progresses, you will find that first Mercury, which is the lord of your 3rd house and 6th house, is coming into the 3rd house itself. You will definitely see a proactive intent from your side to improve on how you are expressing your thought process. You are going to be much more articulate in terms of your conversations, especially when it comes to formal interactions with your colleagues at workplace or the outside world in general. Sun will be there in your 2nd house. You will be finding the right creative pursuits, energies in terms of adding to your wealth. For people who are of older age, this could also be a period where your kids could be contributing in terms of providing you some money, some support from their side. I know a lot of elderly folks have also started watching this channel. Thank you, folks, for putting your trust and faith in me. I want you to consider this fact that the 5th lord is coming into the 2nd house, so you could get some support from your children as well during this time. And it is a 10th movement. They could support both monetarily or through their physical self by providing you some service, providing you some care, helping you take you out for a stroll or any kind of chores for that matter, guys. Now, the other bit that you have to understand is as the month progresses, your 5th lord will be coming into your 3rd house, 11 places away from itself, and Mercury will also be conjunct with Jupiter and Sun in the 3rd house itself. Mercury's placement in the 3rd is well received, and it's going to augur well for how you are going to come across with your ferociousness, with your voraciousness, as to how you are showcasing your courage to the outer world. See, multi-planetary combination coming into your 3rd house and your London Lord in a fiery energy of Leo. Aries, I see you guys taking one battle or maybe more battles at a time and butchering them across on a rampage almost, Aries. That's fabulous. Now, this Mercury is also going to help people who are in the space of mass communication, formal communication. If communication becomes a core business ethics for you, or maybe sales for that matter, those kind of roles, those kinds of professions are going to see an uptick during this phase. In the last part of the month, in the last week or so, Mercury will come down into your fourth house. You will find a lot of satisfaction after all the efforts that you are putting at your workplace. You will find a lot of satisfaction come through because things will start panning out. Maybe some rewards and recognition might also follow through. But the fact that during the course of this time, your fifth lord will be placed 11 paces away into the third house, I anticipate you guys gaining from that out of the box thinking. You will be trying to address problems in whatever sphere of life you come from. You will try to look at the problem statement from a different angle, from a different perspective, and see that what you can do to tackle best those situations. Now, Sun from there, along with Jupiter and Mercury, would also be giving an aspect to the sign of Sagittarius and to your ninth house. Both long distance and short distance travels are going to become prominent for you guys. I don't think with all this heightened energy, with all the drama happening around you, with all that you want to accomplish, you would be able to sit and hold back and wait for things to happen. You would want to take some action. You might have to travel to places. You would have to meet a lot of connections to activate the energy which is in you, but bring that to fruition against the 11th lord or the 11th house connection that I was talking a few minutes back. So networking, traveling to network, meeting with people, doing it the old school way is going to become a precursor for the month of June. Many of you might also be embarking upon some sort of a vacation during this period. Of course, June is a month of vacation for many of us all around the world, but this would also be a possibility that you might take family vacation. Now, second lord is in the Lagna. We'll talk about Venus in a bit, but yes, family will become core and frontal point of discussion for you, for all of us at this point in time, if you're watching this from an Aries moon or Aries Lagna perspective. Now, I also want you to draw your attention towards Jupiter's presence into the sign of Gemini. Jupiter will soon be entering Ardhara. It's not going to be easy, guys. Nakshatra is not easy to deal with. It's called as the teardrop. So, Aries, it will be a good idea for you to focus some energies with respect to helping others, trying to align in a mindset where you are providing some sort of community service, supporting people. It is a difficult position of Jupiter as well, because third house position for Jupiter is considered to be a Maran Karaka position. And thus, when Jupiter is coming into the Ardhara Nakshatra for you guys, there will be some level of transformation as well. Like you are going to witness some sort of a shift come in with respect to your energies, with respect to your courage, with respect to your effort. You will have a lot of learning as well during the course of this transit. Yes, Sun is walking into this. Mercury is going to be there. Mars, which is your lord, is having heightened energy. Yet, you will feel that there could be areas where you might make mistakes and you would have the opportunity to learn from those mistakes as well. So please have a very open mindset from that perspective and be ready to grasp those kind of changes coming in you. Now, this Jupiter is giving an aspect to your 5th house, 7th house, and 11th house, which we've already discussed a bit a couple of minutes back. But Jupiter's aspect into the 7th definitely means that this is going to ignite some of the possibilities of Aries getting into forging new connections, new partnerships, new relationships, getting married as well. Remember, Venus has come in the sign of Aries in your Lagna itself. You guys are going to be so much interested to take care of your being, how you present yourself, how you come across in terms of your dressing sense, in the kind of fragrance you're using, how attractive you're looking. So all those elements are also going to be crucial for you guys during the course of this month. But for Aries, for people who are looking forward to start new relationships, people who are looking forward to get into marital bliss as well, you are having a possibility to find success in that area. Of course, your Antardasha also has to provide you that support, has to provide you that impetus during the course of this period. Jupiter's aspect into the 9th house is beautiful because if you are embarking upon a long distance journey, please pray before you leave. Or it may not be a bad idea for you to have a drop at one of the places of worship. Just offer your prayers and you will accomplish that your goal, your objective that you were chasing shall get accomplished, shall get completed. So that is going to be a good remedy for you guys. Jupiter sitting in here is giving an aspect to your house of gains as well, along with your ninth house. So it's forming a joint connection, and Jupiter always likes that level of spirituality. Many of you might even embark upon some sort of a pilgrimage during this point of time. Now, as I move ahead, Venus, which is the lord of your second house and seventh house, is placed in your Lagna itself. It's placed in your Rashi if you are watching from a Aries Rashi perspective. Sitting in your first house, it is going to bring in a lot of love, care, responsibility from your family perspective. You are going to be taking care of your health. You will be trying to bounce back during the course of this month. Health will become a priority. You will try and eat the right food. You will try and consume the right diet. Then it is also going to become crucial that you are going to give a lot of value, a lot of priority to your partner, be it your loved one, your marital partner, or your business partners as well for that matter. Because you will make sure that you are keeping the value system of both parties aligned and help them succeed together, which is going to tie in around, guys, pretty well with respect to the objectives of making gains 11th house aspects, because multiple planets are giving an aspect there. And thereby you will realize, folks, that usually I would say that Venus's presence in Aries is not good, but because it is coming into your first house itself, it will give the ability for you to do a lot better for yourself. You are going to be providing luxurious amenities to yourself and to your partner. Clothes, apparel, fragrances, jewelry, purchasing of something of high-end, high quality is highly possible. Remember, Mars is giving an aspect to the 12th house, and your 11th lord is also placed in the 12th house itself. So expenses are definitely going to be there. And it is Saturn, after all, who's your 10th lord as well, who's currently placed in your 12th house. So expenses will come, and if those expenses are related to any kind of investment strategies, as long as it is planned, well thought of, they are going to be rewarding. If these expenses are to lure your partner, your loved one, for your family members and stuff, again, you are going to get the right fruits bear. But if you're watching this video from Aries moon perspective, I want to call out that this is the start of your Sade Sati period as well. And it's going to be relatively better when compared to the second phase that you are going to have, guys. So there will be some unexpected expenditures that might also come into play. There is a possibility that many of you might have to make travels, short distance travels to foreign countries related to work. I've seen so many Aries already packing their bags and traveling to Europe, US and whatnot places to execute part of their projects. So all of those kind of work-related travel, immigration-related issues, etc. are going to become a priority for you. But from an Aries moon perspective, it could be a little bit of a stress period as well. So unexpected expenses might be on the rise. But please be watchful. You will realize that if you are associating yourself with some foreign connections, with some foreign entities, with some foreign projects, you are going to derive gains as well out of them. It's not just about the expenses that is coming into play. I hope, guys, this analysis makes sense. If you've enjoyed watching this video, then please smash on that like button, subscribe to Dave Astrology, and keep watching. Bye. Har har.